guys, what's going on? My name is Luis. Today is October 26, 2024, and God bless to every single one of you. Guys, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. We have a big breaking news red alert when it comes to nation against nation. It says here WW3 fears explode as Persia fear to shift on nuclear equipment amid direct war with Holy Land. We have more breaking news updates. Here we go. And it says here, Persia says it has a right to self-defense after Holy Land struck. And the sleeping giant urges to end the missile exchanges. Alright, so WW3 is rising. And I just posted a video not too long ago. You have Donald sounding the alarm, saying if the VP wins November, sons and daughters will put on the camouflage, meaning our young ones will put on the camouflage when it comes to draft. One thing I tell you guys, my young ones are not going. Absolutely not. Only a few people will understand what's really going on here when it comes to these biblical war. Now, again, guys, the sleeping giant, our sleeping giant land, those that's running the sleeping giant, they have started all these biblical wars. And ever since 2021, you had the dude in the spotlight, Joey, came out of nowhere and completely turned everything upside down. Alright, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. WW3 fears explode as Persia feared to shift on nuclear equipment amid direct biblical war with Holy Land. Holy Land bombarded Persia with a series of airstrikes on Saturday following earlier event from Persia, as tensions in the Mideast near breaking point. So we're going to get to both of these articles, and I got it all pulled up already. Persia says it has a right to self-defense after Holy Land struck as the sleeping giant urges end to missile exchanges. Now, 3 waves of pre-dawn strikes on military skip that name, and Persia on Saturday completed Holy Land retaliation on Persia. Now, once again, the Holy Land military said. Now, in what sleeping giant officials and others hoped will be the last event in a hostile exchange between the two regional powers that has had the world on edge for weeks, fearing a huge expansion of biblical war. Here's the thing. And again, I'm not against the Holy Land. I stand with the Holy Land. It's just those in the spotlights that are too defiant. I guarantee the Holy Land is going to do something and is going to piss Persia off. There's a possibility, who knows, maybe there's going to be another takeout. Very important commander, individual, who knows. And the Holy Land is going to strike somewhere possibly in Persia, just like they did to the leader of, I'm going to spell the name, Hamas. I do believe something big is going to come, though. Alright, so here we go. We're going to start with this one first. WW3 fears explode as Persia feared it to shift on nuclear equipment. Alright, so let me just remove my let me do something here, guys. There's a picture I cannot show. Alright, there we go. Persia top strategists are reportedly escalating efforts to acquire and test nuclear following the takeout of very important ones. Persia leadership suffered a significant blow when Holy Land military has taken out Sinwar and other individuals Once again, this individual was the brains behind the October event on the Holy Land that led to approximately 1,200 gone and many other innocents who were impacted and the abduction of hundreds of people. This event triggered Holy Land War in the Strip, resulting in tens of thousands of Palestinian civilians take out alongside certain names I'm gonna skip, guys, and millions being displaced from their homes. The Holy Land Prime Minister subsequently extended the biblical war beyond the Strip to target the T group in Hezbollah, which had a stronghold in the southern regions of neighboring Lebanon. Now it says here, in line with Ben warnings, the Holy Land bombarded Persia with a series of strikes on Saturday, following earlier missile events as tensions in the Mid-East near breaking point. Instead of supporting Holy Land enemies known as the, I'm going to skip the name, Persia may now aggressively seek to acquire and even test nuclear. Now you have this person here, historian and visiting fellow at Boston University, told the news. Persia regime has invested billions of dollars and decades of time in building up a coalition of anti-Holy Land militia. So I'm going to skip the name. So it's not very easy for it to shift its strategy now. But the fact that the country now finds itself in a direct biblical war with Holy Land has alarmed many in the Persian establishment, and there is a possibility of such a shift. This person here, takeout, reinforces that although the takeout of very important individual, the Holy Land new round of strikes on Hezbollah are a more important factor for Persia. Realistically, though, a major shift can only occur after power passes from the current supreme leader, who is 85 and thus not expected to rule for a very long time. One major shift in the last year is that now an increasing number of Persian strategists advocate for the land to get nukes and test them. That's it. And I did post a video. The supreme leader is very ill, and it seems like his oldest second son is going to take the spotlight. He will take the spotlight, and there's going to be a different ball game. The expert added, now that the group is failing to deter Holy Land, the nuclear deterrent is the only way. Their argument goes. But this path has a lot of inherent problems too, and it won't be as easy to follow as its proponents seem to suggest. An escalating event in the Mideast also present a prime opportunity for global disruptors such as the bear leader Vladimir. Security expert previously told the outlet that the tyrant is joyfully observing a gathering storm that could easily lead to a huge biblical war. The sleeping giant and other Western leaders have urged the Holy Land to exercise restraint, despite Ben's clear indication that the nation will retaliate following Persia's most recent strike. And that's where we are right now when it comes to this one here. So there's a lot of talks when it comes to nukes. WW3 draft. I believe big things are coming 2025, and with all these new faces, new key players, is going to change everything around. I don't think it's going to be peace. I think it's going to be a lot more intense biblical war. 3 waves of pre-dawn strike, a military, in Persia on Saturday completed Holy Land retaliation on Persia. The Holy Land military said. And what Sleeping Giant officials and other hope will be the last shot in hostile exchange between the two regional powers that has had the world on edge for weeks. So, hopefully it's the last, but my gut tells me something's going to happen. The Holy Land is going to cause something here. The Holy Land military said it hit aerial defense system and other facility in Persia, avoiding nuclear and oil facility in what appeared to be a limited strike aimed at deterrence by showing its military might while avoiding a major escalation. The reason why it was the limited strike, because Holy Land is playing smart. Holy Land took out the missile defense system. They took out the S-300, S-400. They took out some very powerful equipment, and now Persia is, they still have missile defense, but it's not going to be that great. And the S-300 is something very powerful. It stops missile from striking into their lands. And that S-300, I think it was from the Bear, from Russia. They make the S-300. In a briefing following the strikes, a senior official of the 4-6 administration told reporters that this should be the end of the direct military exchange between Holy Land and Persia. The official said that this is the very strong view of the sleeping giant and is being communicated to our partners throughout the region. Persia Foreign Ministry condemned the strike in a statement on Saturday, asserting Persia's inherent right to self-defense, but added that the country will uphold its responsibility for regional peace and stability, making no mention of imminent retaliation. All right, so Persia is saying that we had every right to strike, which they did, because Holy Land hit their territory. And so Persia strike back. And Ben came out and said, we're going to strike because we got hit. Nah, stop playing, Ben. You hit them first. You hit them first, and they have every right to respond back. But again, guys, I'm not against the Holy Land, but Benjamin's being kind of slick on this one here. The Persian leader said in July that Persia does not seek a wider biblical war in the Mideast, and that such a conflict will have no winners. Something Persia foreign minister echoed last week, saying if a major biblical war breaks out in a region, the sleeping giant will be dragged into it, which is something we do not want. And that's the key player. The sleeping giant knows, hey, they ain't going to do it, because if they do it, we're going to get involved. And again, that's when your sons and daughters are going to have to put on the camouflage. Earlier in October, however, you have this person warned, if Holy Land acts against Persia, there's certain names that I can't say, guys, so I'm just going to skip it. Persia army said 2 soldiers were out. All right, we're going to skip some of this stuff here. And this is from the events that happened last night. So the capital itself was not directly impacted. We're talking about Tehran, that's Iranian capital. Everything's good. Everything's good. It's just that S-300 that was taken out. Alright, guys, it seems like this might be all of it, but let me go back on Twitter and see if there's any very big updates. Again, please share the video. It seems like this is all the information here. Yeah, it seems like this is all the information, guys. And it seems like it's a quiet night. It seems like it's a quiet night. There's no strike going on. But again, guys, we need to prepare ourselves spiritually, physically, and mentally. Because WW3 is rising. Alright, guys, I'm going to end it right here. But make sure you check out the videos. I'm not sharing the video because I'm just leaving the link, the PayPal link, and the Amazon wish list for someone that's very close to us. She's a single mom, and she just had a baby boy, and she's going through a very tough time. She had been in a very tough relationship. She's being taken care of. But thank you so much for the prayers and for your support. Thank you so much. She received some the Amazon donation. So thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for the support and prayer. Anyway, guys, I got one more video coming up. It's gonna be a late night video over my other channel. The link will be in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, for those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.